Could we ever imagine a world where the very institutions meant to uphold justice become the breeding ground for injustice? Welcome to the chilling reality of the Department of Corrections, a system with a tainted past and present, where the ideals of justice and rehabilitation often take a back seat. Take a walk back in time, and you'll find that the Department of Corrections has long been tainted by an insidious legacy of racial discrimination. Picture the Jim Crow era, when chain gangs and forced labor were the norm, exploiting countless African Americans and setting the stage for the systemic racism that's still prevalent today. This grim past has led to a present where black and brown faces are disproportionately represented in the system, while diversity in the correctional workforce remains a distant dream. As we move forward in time, you'll see that the Department of Corrections has also been a hotbed for brutality, abuse, and neglect. Excessive force and sexual abuse have left countless prisoners physically and psychologically scarred, while inadequate medical care has further exacerbated their suffering. And then there's the notorious solitary confinement, a punishment that's not only a gross violation of human rights, but also a trigger for mental illness and suicide among inmates. And it doesn't stop there. Corruption has seeped into the very core of the Department of Corrections, with instances of bribery, extortion, and misconduct rampant among officials. This systemic corruption has not only chipped away at public trust in the criminal justice system, but has also thrown a wrench into efforts to rehabilitate offenders and reduce recidivism rates. So we end up with a Department of Corrections that's far from its mission of justice and rehabilitation. Instead, it's a system steeped in institutionalized racism, brutality, and corruption, perpetuating cycles of violence and recidivism. But it doesn't have to be this way. It's time for change. It's time to reform the Department of Corrections, to break away from its dark past and present, to create a future that truly upholds the ideals of justice and rehabilitation. This begins with acknowledging the issues, addressing them head-on, and acting to make a difference, because justice should not just be a word, but a reality for all.